History is full of grand tales, lost treasure ships, cursed tombs, haunted castles, but every so often, a story it surfaces that makes you question whether the universe is just, well, toying with us. Tonight's tale doesn't come from a battlefield. It doesn't come from a crypt. No, this one, it begins with something, well, far familiar. Something very smaller, fragile, innocent. A teacup. But not just any teacup. This porcelain vessel didn't hold tea. It held whispers, the kind that could make you, break you, or haunt you forever. Welcome to the story of the Whispering Teacup of Norwich. And welcome back to another episode of Tales of the Beard. I am the tailor of the bearder. I'm the guy that tells the tales. I'm Beardlaws, and I'm super excited about this one, and I'm not going to make you wait. I am hopefully going to talk a little bit smoother, but we're going to jump right into this. We're going to head back to 1879. Norwich bustled with markets, steam, and soot. Its cobblestone streets alive with the shuffle of merchant and townsfolk. Among them was a traveling peddler named Elias Grange. He sold anything he could haul in his wagon. Sometimes it'd be tools, trinkets, pots, and pans. But buried under scraps of cloth and brass buttons was a teacup unlike any other. Cream-colored porcelain painted with golden vines so delicate they almost looked alive in the flicker of the lamplight. He didn't just sell it. He claimed it gave him a strange chill when he handled it. But let's be honest, money is money, and soon enough the cup found its way into the hands of a baker's wife. That evening, when she lifted it to her lips, that first sip of tea, probably Fraser tea, which you guys could check out. It's in Michigan. They're pretty good tea. Maybe not. Either way, she froze. The room, it fell silent. Her husband thought she burned her tongue like she had before. But no. Instead, she swore she heard a whisper, a voice, faint and raspy, curling from inside the empty vessel. Words, a name. Not any name. Her name. News traveled quickly in small towns, especially in the 19th century. Within days, people lined up outside the baker's shop, desperate for a chance to sip from the cup. Some heard nothing. Others, though, claimed the voice revealed secrets. A farmhand said that the cup told him where to find his missing ox, and sure enough, he led the animal home from the riverbank that same evening. Seamstress insisted the cup warned her of a fire in her workshop. 2 nights later, a lantern toppled over and flames consumed the building. She was the only one who escaped. But the whispers, they weren't always kind. Shopkeepers swore the cup revealed his wife's betrayal. Days later, she vanished with another man. Another man, broken by the voice's cruel predictions, threw the cup against the wall in rage. Yet, when the shards were collected, they fused back together sometime during the night. The teacup, it seemed, to refuse to die. By 1892, the Whispering Teacup had become a local legend. Skeptics, they dismissed it as they always try to do. They just said it was trickery. It was hysteria. It was clever marketing for the times. While the devout called it blasphemy, a devil's relic designed to tempt the weak. The Norwich Historical Society acquired it, locking it in a glass. They said it was a case that they needed to study, and it was studied under controlled conditions. People, they could enter the museum, stare at the cup, and sometimes, without even touching it, claim to hear it calling their name. Then came the fire. A winter's night when flames roared through the museum and, well, it was what many described as unnatural speed. Nearly everything inside turned to ash and rubble. Officials declared the Whispering Teacup destroyed, consumed in the inferno. But not everyone believed the flames told the truth. Whispers, fittingly enough, spread that the teacup had been spirited away moments before the blaze, carried out in gloved hands by a man no one could quite describe. Some say it resurfaced in Paris, then Prague, then Boston, always moving, always changing hands before the damage it sowed became too great. Historians, they have spent over a century arguing, well, over what the Whispering Teacup really was. Some insist that it was simply a con, a ventriloquist's trick, a prank that grew into hysteria. Others, though, they're not so sure. One theory claimed the cup was made with a clay mix that came from the ashes of a condemned oracle, burned at the stake for her visions. The whispers, they say, were fragments of her final prophecies, trapped in porcelain walls, destined to murmur until the end of time. Another theory that it was never prophecy at all, but manipulation, a device perhaps crafted by secret societies, probably going to blame the Freemasons, but perhaps something much older, designed to drip just enough truth into a person's ear to be trusted, but just enough venom to unravel lives. Because what way better to sow chaos than with a voice that knows your name, your sins, and your fears? And then, of course, there are the collectors. Private letters uncovered in the 1950s describe secret auctions where cursed objects would change hands. Among them, there was a teacup. Its last known sighting, a shipping manifest from 1971, where an antique porcelain drinking vessel was logged en route to New York. After that, silence. So what was the Whispering Teacup of Norwich? Was it nothing more than a clever hoax? Or was it cursed and a relic that carried the soul of a silenced oracle across centuries? Perhaps it was something else entirely, a reminder that sometimes the smallest objects carry the heaviest shadows. So the next time you sip some tea, listen carefully. If the cup whispers back, ask yourself one question. Do you really want to know what it has to say? This has been another Tales of the Beard, where even the quietest voices may never truly rest. We'll be back next week. Take care, everybody.